I am honored to talk about Ronnie. It's interesting. I've been in the field for quite a while, 30-some years, and I can almost think of it as pre-William Penn and after William Penn. Because before William Penn, we had contracts, we had stability, we had caring funders. And then all of that changed. And child care providers were left to fend for themselves. And along the way, for me, this has been a journey. And I've met some wonderful people who have helped shape what I've become as an executive director and the agency that I operate, which is Children's Village, a large program in Center City, getting larger by the hour, unfortunately, at times, and but always interested in quality. We don't do this journey alone. And when this stable funding left us, we were left to fend for ourselves. Luckily, I live in a city where we have innovative thinkers and caring individuals. And the very first grant that we were lucky to get was William Penn gave $1 million to Women's Way to give out to centers that had subsidized children. I still have the receipts of the $46,000 worth of equipment that we purchased because this was a windfall. It was incredible. Who believed this? Well, the person that was helpful in starting all of this went on to operate other initiatives. Luckily for her and us, she understands all these acronyms, and she's a great teacher because if you ask Rick, her husband, he knows what they are. He knows what D2L means. He knows what PCCY is. He knew what PECC was. He knows what PAC is. He knows what NFF is. He knows what SB6 is. Does he know what 007 is? I don't know. And I think back, and I was sitting with Letty Stahl, and I said, oh, she was there. Ronnie was around when DVCCC was there. So all of these funders, all of these initiatives have different names. And, you know, Early to Learn became Keystone Stars, and now we have a Key, and we have a Star. But we just call them something different. But for Ronnie, it had one goal, which is quality. Here's somebody who asks the hard questions and who listens, but then planted questions in our brains. Her goal wasn't the strategic plan goals of the foundation for that month, and it didn't change after a year. It was sustaining. She and William Penn were in this for the long run. And they have seen many things happen. And they've gone from a local influence to a national. Now they have shared services. That's another, I'm sure we'll come up with an acronym for that. SS, I don't know. But it's this idea that somebody can see a system being created that we needed in Philadelphia and in Pennsylvania. Now, most of us, when you're told you're going to meet with a foundation officer, there's a whole sense of respect that comes with that title. The difference between Ronnie and other foundation officers is you respect her not for her title, but for her beliefs and her integrity, and for her authenticness. There is just somebody who just sits in a room. I mean, but it's Ronnie, you know, and she laughs. It's Ronnie. The fact that she gives millions of dollars is absolutely wonderful for us, but it's still Ronnie at the core. And that's the message that I always took from my interactions with Ronnie. It was, I really care about what you guys do, and I'm in it with you, because what you do really has an effect. Personally, how did my association with Ronnie affect us? And I told this story at a dinner when we talked about when we were honoring Ronnie before. You know, when a business starts, they often put the first $5 they earn on the wall, or $50 or whatever. That's hard to do in childcare because we don't make any money. And even Bill will say that. Well, for me, it's not that. It was a check that I still carry around, and I was wondering if I could cash it again. When we needed to go from, and we needed to do this at the center. We were operating under old standards, and we had 30 children in a room with 3 teachers. You know, we were trying to maintain NAEYC accreditation. So we needed to revise our entire center. And we thought, oh, well, let's take another floor and grow. We needed a grant. We came up with a project that cost $1.5 million. Luckily, it was one of those grants that the state did fund. I forget what that, the community DCED grants, and we got that. But we needed this match. And we went to Ronnie and said, you helped us start the program back in 1976, as William Penn did. Thank you for giving me a job. And thank you for helping me keep that job, because that check of $200,000 changed Children's Village back in 2002. We wouldn't be a Head Start program. We wouldn't be pre-K counts. We wouldn't have perfect NAEYC scores if we hadn't had that belief and that support from somebody such as you, Ronnie. So thank you. And Rick, afterwards I'm going to give your test about all the acronyms.